64 too, so I think you better look at your history.
You know, I don't think anybody wants to have things just given to them for nothing.
No,
you know, I don't. I don't know many people that do, and
I don't either. I mean, that's a urban legend, a misnomer, I think, that people like to say. Just like the bit about, oh, universal health care. Oh, in Canada, they're standing in line forever. Oh, you know,
that's
what?
true.
Here, you go to the emergency room, maybe the tab will be picked up, but after that, your preventative care won't be picked up. Your rehabilitative care won't be picked up.
Right.
You're pushed out into the streets after you go to the ER. So there. Oh, we got another call here. What's this here? We have a little note here, corporate Republican handout. Exactly. What's the difference between corporate welfare and, you know?
They get more.
Social welfare. Oh, they get more. They get more, right. They get more.
And they don't get a service for it. They just get the cash, I think.
Just like this thing, this Save the Homes thing, which is a misnomer.
Mm-hmm.
It's a handout for people that have 2 homes. It's a handout for people that have homes on the beach, your homes that are over $500,000. It's not for everyday people. It's private. We don't take private calls. Okay. Oh, how many minutes do we have left? 15 minutes. Well, I just wanted to say a couple things. Want to plug our friend The Buzz. I don't know if we've been scrolling that across the screen, but if you like what you're seeing on this show, watch The Buzz. It's on Wednesday nights at 9 o'clock. And The Buzz is going to do a show in August about the Wetlands Commission, I believe, August 8th. And because there's a vote that's coming up August 16th, so they want to talk to a lot of the players. And so watch it if you want to see what's going on and everything. And I want to thank everybody that's here tonight helping us too. We can't do the show without you guys. We have Mark Ferguson here doing the floor direction, giving me all the notes, right? Giving me messages back and forth. And we have, of course, Joaquin Pizuela, my very good pal, who's been with me for a couple years doing Film Forum. And, of course, Mark Nash is doing the technical direction. So thanks, guys, for coming here every week and helping. Okay, we have a couple of calls here. We'll see. Hello there.
Hello.
Hi.
I just had a couple comments for you.
Okay. And talk loud, please.
Okay, one second. Let me turn my TV down for you.
You can't.
He's turning his TV down.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I'm having trouble hearing.
Yeah, I just had a couple comments. I feel like, you know, like, for instance, you know what it's like when you go to the DMV?
Mm-hmm.
You know how it's just unbelievable. I don't know if you have an HMO. I mean,
I've had it before. I have PPO, but I'm paying a lot of money for it.
Personal provider.
Yeah.
Okay. I hate to say, you know, because I want everybody to be insured as well.
Sure.
I think everybody should be.
If there's a way we can do it through financial incentives to private companies to take on people that can't afford it,
Mm-hmm.
through like tax incentives, whatever, to say if you insure this many people that can't afford it, then we'll give you this much of a tax incentive. But I just think that if you look at like how the DMV is set up and how it is just a nightmare to, I mean, even get a passport, the list is 2 months long, backlogged. I just think that government health care with the population size in America, I think
The thing is,
without
you're getting a bulk discount.
private
The more people that are on a plan, the cheaper it should be.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a group plan, but a big group plan.
And that's how it is through, you know, if you get the right, if you have a decent, I mean, there's a lot of horrible
We do it for
insurance.
Medicare and the VA.
But if you have a good personal provider, you can get good, you can go together like get a co-op with your neighborhood and your neighbors.
No, but if universal health care would be a big group plan, you know, right?
So like, you know how it is to go get your DMV? That's how it would be to go to the doctor.
It would have to be done differently than the way the government presently does large programs. You're absolutely right about that.
I mean, I think like, you know, I know that like my property taxes help pay for education.
Mm-hmm.
My gasoline taxes pay for roads.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where my income tax goes. You know, there's
Iraq.
so wasteful that I just don't trust a government
Education is going to be cut
healthcare.
because of that property tax, save the home thing.
I mean, I think that 85, I know that everybody's supposed to share. I know that rich people do sometimes get a bad rap because the top 15% wealth earners in the country are, I mean, the dollar amount, they're responsible for 85% of annual income taxes paid. The problem with it is they don't, for every dollar they pay, they use 14 cents in government services. For every dollar I pay in taxes, I make under $15,000 a year. I'm young still, I got a ways to go, but for every dollar I pay in income tax, I can actually use $14 in government services. So I know that, yes, like the ratio of the percentage that I pay in income tax compared to the small amount that I earn might be a little higher, but I use a lot more in government service, which I'm very thankful for.
Bob and I don't have any children.
Yeah.
Right? So, but we've never sent kids to school or done anything, but we pay taxes, don't we?
Well, that's the...
You know, and, but I'm okay with it.
That's how it should be.
I'm okay with it.
How it should be. Everybody should share I believe in a flat tax. I don't believe in a flat tax. I just think that, you know, nobody should be responsible to bear anybody else's burden. I think the government, the federal system, there's plenty of income tax that's being wasted away. I think foreign aid, for instance, should be a fund that should be set up. I mean, $60 billion to Israel. Imagine taking that money, putting it in a fund, and they have to put in... We gave Israel the money for a lot of those weapons they used against Lebanon. I just think that they should have to put in... I think that every country, even in Africa, all the foreign aid, the money should be in an account. They should have to submit a form for whatever school they need built or whatever hospital they need built, and American contractors, unemployed Americans, should go over there, be paid higher wages for going overseas and build these things. That way the money's not wasted away. I think the money's just wasted. What about the companies that go overseas to save money because they have cheap labor over there? I think we should tax them when they import their stuff. I hate to say it because, you know, I don't believe in that. But that's a Democrat, as much as I hate to say it, that's a Democratic NAFTA agreement that's really killing us. I think it should be pulled away. I absolutely do. I mean, I think that's one thing that the Democratic administration, the Clinton administration, is the only thing I really
Maybe it look good on paper, but they need to get rid of it.
It's killing our future. It's killing the economic future of the country.
Manufacturing base away from America.
Yeah, you're right.
Jobs, and then you got the illegal immigrants, which I hate to say it. Those jobs, I mean, I'm from a poor community. Roofing jobs and drywall jobs and landscaping jobs, those were the jobs that kept my neighborhood afloat. Now, those jobs are, I mean, what I used to get $15 an hour to work on a roof, $12 an hour. You get paid $8 an hour now because they can go to the day labor office and hire 10 illegal immigrants to do your work. It completely cut the...
Yeah, but the people are hostile towards the immigrants and not the companies that hire them. They should be penalizing the companies that hire them. I'm sure there is.
To do it. That's why I didn't understand why there was such a big deal about the McCain immigration plan. I mean, I think that if we can get a federal ID card in there to identify who's working where.
I'm against federal IDs. That's the start of Big Brother and, you know.
If you're an American citizen, what do you have to hide? You know, it's like that wiretapping thing.
Next thing you know, they'll do the microchips. And, you know, we do not want a national ID.
I just think, like, for instance...
They're keeping track on... what about our right to privacy?
You have a right to privacy. That the law stops when you step outside your home. I mean, for instance, if you walk outside your house, I'm legally allowed to film you. Because when you
if that's public
you have no expectation of privacy.
But if I'm in my home, I don't want people to know I'm in my home.
Nobody's going to know you're in your home because you have a federal ID tag. They'll just simply know where you work. You won't be able to work without submitting a federal ID number.
Even people know what we buy nowadays. They know way too much information about us.
They can tell you everything that you do almost.
You have something to hide. They only look at that stuff if they're investigating you criminally. I mean, it's not like they go out and get every Joe Blow's phone records and investigate.
What about the wiretapping they've been doing?
Without wiretapping, I think if you have something to hide, you might worry about it. But other than that, I know for a fact President Bush wasn't sitting in the Oval Office listening to my phone call.
No, he's probably playing with jacks or something.
I mean, I don't know what he's doing, but I know he's not. I really think that it may be. I think it's necessary. I really think it's. I think if whatever they're doing,
don't buy into that.
I don't even want to know about it.
You're giving away your rights when you do that.
The problem is that for political reasons, that at some point in time they might say, you know, I heard that guy talking on that public access show. I didn't like the way he thought. Let's listen to this. Let's see if we can find something to give him a hard time. And that's the danger, whether or not it's happening or not.
That would never happen.
Well,
actually, we have just a few minutes left. Let's take.
Thank you for your call.
Yeah, thank you so much. We'll take one more quick call, and let's see. Hello there. Let's say wireless calls. We don't take wireless calls. We want a name, so. Oh, let's see. We've got a couple. It's been lit up. Here we go. We won't take wireless calls. Hello there.
Hey.
Hey, okay.
Yeah, the
Real quick, we
IRS
have 3
and the
minutes.
income tax going to pay the bonds to the Chinese that they're lending the money to us so we can go fight this war.
Right.
In addition to all the money that they're printing up out of nowhere to fund the war, which is pretty much just driving the dollar lower. But anyway, what I wanted to let you know is I did some research today, which I was kind of surprised. I called these doctor walk-in clinics just to find out how much they are. Because you would think a walk-in clinic is like your last resource before you hit the emergency room for those of us that kind of want to pay money to see a doctor.
Right.
$97.
Just to go in.
Just to walk in.
Wow.
Yeah. $97 to $119.
So that excludes
Just
any
to walk in.
lab tests you may have or
Oh,
any
no,
procedures?
that's extra. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Almost $100. Yet
Wow.
they won't raise that minimum wage up to anywhere near $10.
Oh,
So imagine
but
you
the
have
Congress
to work a day
people,
and a half
they
just
get
to be able to
raises.
afford to go to a doctor if you get sick and you can't show up for work. Because you know that $8 an hour job is not paying health insurance either.
Oh, no.
That's not paying for much.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is.
And then, these corporations that sell all these products, they keep, wanting to keep their numbers up so they can keep their stock price up. I wonder who they think they're going to be selling all their products to.
One quick, I'm going to have to say goodbye, but I hope you've called or emailed the commissioners.
Which commissioners?
All of them. They're public access. We may not have any public access after October.
So we all need to email.
Everybody
the
needs to
commissioners.
email and call the commissioners because they are cutting our funding. They want to get rid of the education channel and all of public access.
Right, they want to
There's the
use
phone
the
numbers there.
money to fund something with the Buccaneers or
A
something.
sports
Something
authority.
like-
The money, $3 million almost, is going to Sports Authority and the Tampa Convention Center. Things that we really need.
Yeah, distractions.
So
Right.
you need to please, contact these people, let them know how much you appreciate public
Yeah.
access.
I'm
'cause
glad you
we
put
may
the
be
information
history.
up there. That's good.
We may be history, so we need people to do that.
Okay.
But thank you for calling.
All right, bye.
Bob, I'm going to give you the last words. We have 1 minute to go. Keep
Well,
watching us, people, too, while we're on the air.
The last word, I was trying to think of something catchy, and I was thinking about the impeachment of Bush and Cheney, but I think I would rather see them get waterboarded in Guantanamo. I'd like to see that happen.
Waterboarding, I love it.
So we'll leave it at that. I think that even that wouldn't be strong enough, but I'd at least like to see it happen.
I like to film it. And I hate to say the one gentleman, I think you're naive about they don't do wiretapping of people. They do.
People want to believe the best, but the fact of the
They check
matter
their
is that it
emails
would be very easy. Exactly.
And they've been just collecting stuff. Just
Ask Cindy
for the future.
Sheehan whether or not they look at her stuff. You
Oh,
know?
yeah.
Think about that.
Oh, yeah. They look at bank statements. They look at everything. So keep watching Film Forum, people. While we're still on, call the commissioners. Let them know how much you appreciate and value public access. We need you to help us. So keep watching. Watch The Buzz and